You're a francophone or you work with francophone leaders, you want to listen to this episode. Just imagine you're presenting to the board on a performance review or with a client call, and you say the word actually. I am actually doing the report. Actually is one of those words that can cause a little bit of friction with native English speakers. The word exists, but it's going to have them wait a little bit until they understand the full picture of what you mean, because what you say is not exactly what they hear, and there's a reason for it, and we call it faux-ami, friend or foe. Stay with me in this episode because I had a lot of fun preparing it for you, and it's going to be useful for you. 10 words that are going to help you be more credible, sharper, and help your message land in those high-stakes conversations. Come with me. I'm Leonel Ronaldo, and I'm leadership coach for non-native English speakers in the global workplace. And in today's episode, we're going to look at 10 words. There are thousands of faux-amis, which I like to call fake friends, because they look the same, but they don't mean the same in English and in French. And there's a historical reason for this that we will get to in a minute. Right now, though, take pen to paper right now and jot down these words. The first one is actually. Actually is not actuellement. Actually is en fait, en réalité. What you want to say in English, currently. Next one, agenda. Agenda does not mean l'agenda. Agenda is what is next in the meeting. What's on the business agenda for today? What you want to say for agenda in French, in English would be a diary or a calendar. Next, assist. So if you're going to assist someone, you're going to aider quelqu'un. Now, if you want to aider, right? Aider, assist. If you want to assister à une réunion, that would be attend. I'm going to attend the meeting, which brings me to attendre, which is actually in French, the English translation of attendre, to wait. So do you see how those two words, assist and attend, could be majorly confused, right? So you want to pay attention to these. Next up is chance. Chance in English, and I'm looking to my luxury listeners. Chance, right? The perfume, chance, is not une chance. Chance is a possibility of something. There is an 80% chance of rain today. Chance, chance in French, would be luck. Être chanceux, to be lucky. So you wouldn't say, I have chance, but rather, I am lucky. Next, demand. This one I hear quite a bit. Demand. To demand something is exiger. I demand to be told the truth about what's happening today. Okay? Demander in French is to ask. Be careful with that one, because demander is to ask, not demand, which is exiger quelque chose and can be very aggressive. Eventually. So eventually is not éventuellement. Eventually is something that could happen. There's a possibility that it could happen. In the long run, it could happen. In French, eventually, you could possibly think of it as finalement. Évaluation, evaluation. This is for people doing performance reviews, or perhaps you have your manager who's abroad and you're reporting to that manager. An evaluation is very corrective, if I may say so. Whereas in French, it's more of an assessment. So evaluation, évaluation en français would be assessment. Evaluation is more corrective. Formation. HR and learning and development listeners, write this one down, please. And also, when you're asking for that training, make sure you say training, especially if your boss is somewhere in California or in Ontario. You want to say training with my students. When they say, I have a formation in Excel, I will tell them formation. Think of choo-choo, train, training. This is my invitation to you to, wherever you have the chance, make a connection, a word association so that you can remember it quickly. Location. Location is a fun one because it's very easy to confuse it. The location of something. Location. Where is the location of your nearest office in Paris, in Geneva? The location. It is not une location. Une location is a rental. Sensible. Ooh, sensible, which reminds me of the movie Sense and Sensibility. Great movie, great book, Jane Austen book. Sensible is raisonnable in French. Sensible is sensitive in English. Do you see how easy it is to get those mixed up? And just for the fun of it, I'm going to share with you words that were originally used in French that have maintained their meaning, but got lost across the channel over the centuries. So those words are budget, not to be mispronounced with budget, but budget, mushroom, which was before mousseron. Isn't that interesting? And daunting, which is actually daunt and still means the same thing, intimidating. That project is so daunting, right? Please keep these in mind. Now, why has this happened? Why do we have Faux-Amis? There is a fabulous book that I would love to recommend you to. It's in French, and the author is Bernard Cerchilini. This man is brilliant because he basically says that the English language does not exist. It is mispronounced French. So this is the book in French. It is for francophones. And the reason why I brought this to the Be Fluent podcast is because a lot of my clients are francophones. And I want you to keep something in mind. And what Bernard Cerchilini says is, do not apologize for not speaking English. Because you know what? Way back when William the Conqueror conquered England in 1066, he brought his language, his culture, the Normans, Normandy. The French language made its way into culture, law, the boardroom of the time, the arts. It made its way into every part of life. And so when francophones say, oh, I don't speak English, you have a big advantage over other non-native English speakers. Research tells us that 65% of the English language comes from French. Okay, sit with that for a little bit. 65%. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this to you today is for two main reasons. The first one is, do not say that you don't speak English. Say rather, I am working on my English, which means that you already have 65% of the language. And what you're doing is polishing, tweaking, looking at the pronunciation, the articulation, right? Using transitional words, getting into the flow of the way you speak the language, practicing, creating habits. That is what you want. Not to be here, not lower than, but eye to eye with the English language. And to give you a bit of a boost in this, you have in the notes in this podcast, in this episode, the 14-day leadership drill to help you in those moments where you need to build the habits, stack those habits that are going to build the consistency and eventually make you a confident speaker of English. But remember, it happens with habits first. And with the mindset that, hey, I've got 65% already. All I'm doing is working on it. I am working on my English. Very different messaging for your brain, and a very different way of walking into that room where English is spoken. And speaking of rooms, I want to invite you to the next event coming up, and it is in French. It's called La Voix Sacrée, and it is a fabulous full-day workshop where we will work on the mindset, on the physical aspect, on how to have emotions work for you and not against you when it comes to speaking up in those high stakes conversations. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you there. If this resonated with you in any way, share this episode with someone who needs to hear that they have 65% of the language already. And what we're doing is working on it. We are working on the language. We are creating winning habits to walk into the room more confidently. So share this episode. Download this episode. I want you to download the leadership drill to build those habits and get on the wait list for La Voix Sacrée that will be held in person in Geneva coming up soon. Get on the wait list today. You don't want to miss this. It's going to change the way you look at yourself, speaking English, the way you do your public speaking. It's made for anyone who wants to walk into the room differently. See you there. It's been a pleasure. My name is Leonil Ronaldo, Leadership Development Coach for non-native English speakers. See you soon. Bye-bye.